Guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Mr. Extra here and some of the squad. State your names and your purposes.
Extra
me.
vets, resident
Cerberus.
guy that has an invite already.
He's the
Wow.
guy already. You know what? Screw you, Lo. Alright, but we got Cream, Lo, and myself, and then Alex is sitting next to me.
Alex, extra caliber, you're Gene Raider degenerate.
Yeah, the Gene Raider degen. Alright, so we're doing a tier list. This is like decks that we want to talk about, and this is for like post Cyberstorm access, guys. We have a lot to unpack here, so instead of just explaining roll and def, we have one, which is obviously going to be the best deck. I do not think there's going to be a tier 0. There's no way. 1.5, which is pretty good. 2, which is mid. Copium, which is the deck that you want to be good in this format that is just not good. I would have added Cyber Dragons, but, you know, I mean, that spoke for itself to our dedicated Cyber Dragon player on the squad. And then we have Seek Help. Seek Help means the deck just sucks so bad you should just play something else. Okay, so let's get on to the topic. So Firewall has new support, right? I know Firewall has support. Do we think that Firewall is going to be really good post Cyber?
I think.
I don't, but here's why. Go ahead and say what you got to say first.
First of all, honestly, it depends on what you splash it in. Because, like, in Mathmech, yeah, it's going to be really good. But by itself,
we're talking about, like,
please seek
Firewall
help.
Code Talker with this one.
Firewall Code Talker, no Mathmech.
Because I'd say one.
I don't know what the new one does,
Firewall
but
Code Talker, please seek help.
Combo extra lock.
Okay, so
I don't think it. What's the new one do? Like, does it really make the deck any better?
It's more negates. It's literally just more negates.
it searches. The new one lets you search for silent mining.
Or, no, it searches any Signet spell.
Silent mining. What else are you searching?
That's not bad. I would say yeah.
Signet Codex, Signet Optimization, Signet Crosswipe.
All right.
I don't think it makes the deck any better, but it certainly doesn't make it worse.
It gave it more versatility, I'd say.
So 1.5 or 2. What's everyone's pick here?
I'd say 1.5.
I'm
Two.
saying Copium here, personally.
Code
No.
1.5. 2.
I say 2 because that deck can still come out of nowhere and OTK you twice.
I'm gonna say 2.
Yeah, we'll meet in the middle on 2.
Because Copium I agree on because your opponent has to have 0 response to anything you do your whole turn to do your combo.
I mean, if they have a roll, it's over. I'm not going to lie on that.
Yeah, Drone Lockbird just shuts the deck down.
Alright, so we're gonna go Elephant in the Room next. Branded. Branded's gonna be 1. There's no way.
All right now.
Yeah,
that's
with the
non-debating.
new stuff, it's pretty intense.
I'm going back to Brandon for this next format.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna play Sprite through the whole format probably. But yeah. But Branded gets really strong when it goes, hey, I might lose Expulsion. And by the way, this is like us assuming the ban list doesn't happen until when's Philly? Isn't Philly like in a couple weeks?
Philly's like May,
Philly's
really
gonna
early
be,
May.
Post Philly is when I think the ban list is coming out. But Branded's gonna be disgusting. It's gonna be really good. I got Heroes on the list because Heroes have been kind of in there, out there.
Copium.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Hero is Copium, and it's
Copium.
never going to not be Copium.
Yeah, I mean,
Like, the deck didn't get any worse, but it didn't get any better.
all right. I actually have to agree on that because I mean, if you got a good hero player, it's still pretty good. But I mean, they have to be really good with it. So.
And also, yeah.
So let's talk about Dyna-morphia.
Seek help.
So, no, not even close.
No, because they get a new card that makes them a little
They
bit
do
better.
get a new card?
So, very real talk.
Hold on.
In the right hands, it's 1.5.
Okay. So
In
let's just
most
say
players'
2.
hands, it's going to be tier 2.
I agree
The-
with low in tier 2. Like,
The
it's
monster
like
negate-
Labyrinth.
The Monster Negate is really good, but if you don't already have the deck nuanced, it doesn't make the deck any better.
All right. So what do you guys want to vote for in the
Tier 2.
Tier 2.
You're
Because,
already-
like, it's like Labyrinth, and, like, hand traps don't really work on the deck because they can always,
They
like,
do.
reoccur and everything.
hand traps work. On
So
the
it's, like,
Head traps work on the deck.
not
Head
as
traps
much.
mess,
Like,
no, head traps mess it
like
the fuck
Ash.
up.
Yeah.
Ash, but, like,
and
you're not
Bell
getting hit by, like,
completely
Drone
screws the
Lockbird
deck.
or, you know, like Ogre or anything like
All
that.
right. So Lo says 2. Cream, what do you say?
2.
Alex?
We'll do 2. I just want to mess with Floow, honestly.
I mean, it's good, but I mean, unless someone's piloting it really good, it's ass. Cash. So, this one's gonna be an
Uh,
interesting because this is
if
assuming it doesn't get crippled by ban list. We don't know.
if it doesn't
Then
get
one.
crippled by the ban list, it stays tier
One.
one.
Yeah, because
If it gets crippled, I think it goes to tier two, tier like 1.5, because it's still solid. There's still a lot going on
yeah,
there.
so we'll put it as technical best deck at the moment so far. It's like it would still compete with Branded, honestly, if it did not get hit at all. Which I mean, I want that deck to get hit so badly. All right, so we got an interesting one. We have the live twins, like the live twin package, shit like that. I'm gonna just go ahead and drop it in the copium because I think it's copium. It's not.
Yeah, I
Are
don't
we
think it's
talking
very
about pure
good.
life twins here? Just
Live twins or putting like live twin and Sprite, like just live twins in general. They're gonna get any better post.
Yeah, then copium.
So everyone agrees that's copium or.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so I don't want to talk about this one next, but Drytron.
1.5.
Yeah, Drytron.
Yeah,
I've
1.5.
been seeing a lot of Drytron play recently, and I hate it. Doesn't mean
it's definitely solid.
it's very good. Just I hate seeing this deck in the format. I hated seeing it the last time I seen it. It was awful. It was
Yeah, but it's also the issue of just like a well placed fucking
a draw.
Or
Win.
if-
This is the same as Dyna-morphia.
If you're
The deck has not gotten any worse, but if you know what you're doing with it, it's solid.
Which is coming from the Dyna-morphia Drytron player too, actually.
Like,
Here's the thing.
I mean, consider this. Consider this. Well, okay. How do I word this? We got two people at our locals both playing the same list. One of them consistently tops, one of them consistently doesn't.
I just noticed they did all the boxes correctly and like cleaned it up when I changed it.
You know what I'm saying here?
Yeah.
What I'm going to say real quick on this is, like, one thing that hits the copium that is tier and Drytron, Necro Valley.
Tier's not a thing right now, not really.
Dude, I was saying.
I mean,
But
there's always going to be cards in the meta that can just like hard counter stuff,
Yeah.
and
But
you can
then
always
again, you
use
have to be playing those hard
having
counters.
a hard counter. I don't think is an argument to say like something's less of a tier, because like yeah, Necro Valley messes up tier, but it messes up like almost everything.
Alright. Let's not dwell too much on Drytron. So, Sprite, and this is coming from the Sprite player, assuming they don't get hit, it's 1.5. It's better than Drytron, but it is not better. Like, post, it is not going to be better than the other two. And this is including me counting the, like, doing Synchro Sprite stuff. What's everyone else's take on Sprite?
I gotta go for a minute.
agree. I gotta agree because like Sprite does
requires
a
a good
lot.
player right
and
now.
Yeah.
What, Lo agree with us on that? Alright, fair enough.
Yeah, I believe you did.
Alright, we're gonna go with my favorite trap deck, Lab. Do I think Lab's
It has
going good
fallen.
right now? It's not a Seek Help, it's not Copium, it's 2.
It's 2.
It's 2, but it does do better than Dyna-morphia. Unless both players are just generically bad and brand new to it, then Dyna-morphia would actually do better. Because, you know, Rex Term's a lot easier to understand enough to use it as a skill drain. Alright, so, next one. I put this one on here just for you, buddy. Marincess.
Oh, thank you.
We need to, well, you're a Marincess player. I put it on here because it's going to get talked about anyways. Where do you think this deck should go right now?
Right now, I think like Mathmech, might as well just talk about Mathmech 2 and Marincess right now, 1.5. Due to the fact that it's so flexible with the hand traps, it just can counter almost literally anything on this board right now, pretty much.
And we are
Same goes as for Mathmech.
We are definitely in a hand trap format too. Now I put this next one on the list because this one's getting more cards for it. Exo-sisters. Now, the reason why I put
Really, what card is that? What card are they getting?
They're getting 2 more spirit monsters that actually help directly with their deck. Like they're not Exo-system cards, but what they do directly helps the deck itself. I'm still gonna say not Copium, but we're gonna say
I would put it right behind Firewall.
Right behind Firewall.
Right behind Firewall.
What's your reason?
Yeah.
Because you gotta think, everybody's been ready for trap decks for a long while now.
Mm-hmm.
So, Firewall, yeah, loses to draw, but the fact that it has more consistent play, while Exo-Sister needs you, or at least really, really wants you to have
Graveyard.
something graveyard.
Well, here's the thing. We're going to post Cyberstorm Access, which is where we switch over to synchro format, pile deck, bunch of shit like that. That's why I think Exo-sisters are going to be good again, because like we shifted away from like decks like that because Tier did that to Kashtira to banish all your shit, so to speak. So I think it's going to be good. I actually wouldn't put it there. I'd still put it at the end only because it requires someone who's good with the deck to do it.
I guess, yeah.
Alright, so we're going to talk about Naturia.
Like, if you're playing Naturia Runick, like, yeah,
we
that's
got
like...
Naturia and Runick.
Naturia's fate is 100% tied to Runick, though.
Yeah, we're just going to say pure Naturia
I don't even think,
would be
I'm going to be honest, I don't think Naturia Runick is tier 1 to begin with.
No. It was a good tier 1.5 with a good player. And then if they suck with it, it's tier 2. Because I've fought good Runick Naturia players, and I've fought terrible ones, too. Where they just didn't understand how to play through interaction. So, I'm actually going to drop this in the copium right here. For Naturia, because this is Naturia, like Naturia and Runick together, then yeah, 1.5 or maybe 2. Probably 1.5 though. But pure Naturia, which I don't think no one's going to...
Copium, Seek Health.
Yeah.
So, we're going to go into Scareclaw. What's everyone's take?
Doesn't Scareclaw get better because of...
It gets a lot better. Mannadium makes Scareclaw. Mannadium and Scareclaw are going to be able to play together.
Yeah, they can. Mannadium can combine with any of the 4.
Yeah, any of the planets. I'm going to say 1.5.
1.5.
Good pilot, but 1.5 is pretty good. Oh, okay. So, next one is Bestials, because Das Peter, and I probably butchered that for all you people listening.
I know that we can also use this one for like D-Link and shit, because Bestial D-Link's a thing.
Well, we're counting it as pure Bestial or Bestial Synchro. It's going to be
terrible,
but
granted, it was this format, it was current, but I played pure Bestials and it didn't impress me at all. I played against it.
This Borland right here is for D-Link, by the way.
Oh, okay.
But it's like dragons in general. I'm going to say Bestial Synchro. I'm going to honestly say Seek Out. I don't think it's going to be...
Yeah, it's Copium or Seek Out.
Because the 10's good. Don't get me wrong, but it's not that good. Mathmech.
Like, it's good splash, but it's like not good by itself.
Mathmech, I feel like, is going to be tier 1. Just 100%.
Yeah, because with the new Firewall support.
Yeah, it's going to make them even more consistent. There's not much about that. You resolve Circular, you resolve Small World, you win the game, usually. Floow.
Seek Help.
Copium.
Honestly, I'd give them Copium.
What's your take, Lo? Copium or Seek Help here? Or,
I'm sorry, which one?
Flaunderies.
Floow.
Copium.
Yeah, Copium's fair. It's good.
It still does stuff, but it's fun.
People are trying to like ride a deck that's already like been.
My experience with it is it's lost barrier statue and stuff.
Yeah, which makes it a lot easier to deal with.
Is that if you open Disruption, they just lose.
Yeah, so you open 2 negates, they're not playing through it usually.
Right. It's whereas like it used to be. I don't know. It just doesn't impress me.
Dark World. What about Dark World?
Tier 2.
Yeah. Matter of fact, 1.5.
No.
I've met a handful of very good Dark Worlds.
And all that shit.
I've met a handful of good Dark World players.
I say 1.5, but it's because Dark World's really good. But people also know that the fusion monster is the most important piece.
Low, I will give it 1.5 after Dueling Nexus when we get Dark Corridor.
Yeah, because its consistency would jump. Yes. Alright. Trap Tricks.
2.
2's fair.
Yeah, 2.
The deck never stops being like a solid strategy option, but it's just not great right now.
Dragon Link is going to be 1. I'm sorry. It is. Dragons are going to get so strong.
You really think so?
Yeah.
Honestly, I would say 1.5.
What's your take on it, Alex? You can decide. 1.5 or 1.
I honestly don't think it's going to be super crazy for tier 1. I give it 1.5.
1.5 is fair.
I just think like this is another example where like the stuff that's coming out isn't going to break the deck so much that it just suddenly
I will tell you why
dominates the format
it
again.
does not go up in 1 because Brandon's up there. All I have to do is set Fallen Valvez.
Set Fallen Valvez.
Your entire field is gone. Congratulations.
Woo.
It will not sit next to Brandon because at the very least I would Albalenitus. Yeah, I'd at least side 1 just in case you run up against D.
Honestly, that would be very, very good this coming format. Alright, so Super Heavy Samurai. Now everyone's dick riding this deck into the ground. That's just because FTKs and all that stuff.
I am not willing to say this is more than copium until we actually see something happen.
Yeah, I'm gonna say copium.
I've seen the combo.
Actually,
at least give it 2.
Actually, I would damn near say Seek Help because they have to. Their combo has to go uninterrupted.
No.
Fully.
I've been testing it. You can stomach a couple hand traps before you lose.
No, I'm talking about the combo to set the board they can't deal with, you know?
I mean, if you're going first, though.
Therions are simple, Seek Help. And this is coming from the Therion player. They're not changing...
Pure Therion is just bad.
Pure Therion was awful. Therion lift stuff, slightly better. By the way, we can talk about the stuff that I forgot to add on this list. Gold Pride is going to be 1.5. No question. Gold Pride is going to be amazing, and then Punk is probably going to be 2. So to speak. Mainly because if they're together with Therion, then 1.5 would good pilot, but it's just a hot take.
Are you both hungry?
Yeah, I'm also recording. But, so, let's talk about Runick.
1.5.
Are we talking about pure Runick or are we talking about Runick Naturia?
Let's go. We can talk about both and then decide.
I think pure Runick is copium. I think it's terrible. But I think, again, as long as it's tied into Naturia, you have to put them in the same tier together.
Copium, then.
Because, I mean, they are the same deck at this point.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Like, there's no argument that you know, can support the idea that without Runick, that Naturia deck would have popped back up. It just simply wouldn't have.
Alright. Chain Raider.
Copium.
Copium? You don't want to seek help? You don't think it's seek help?
It's not seek help. If you play fucking Diviner of the Herald, it's seek help. If you play it just normally, it's Copium.
Alright. What about Sword Soul?
Tier 1.5. It's still good, you know, you can still do all the basic stuff.
Crazy, by the way.
I think it's going to be tier 1 again. I think it's going to be like the bottom of tier 1, but I think it's going to be tier 1.
I'd say 1.5.
I say 1.5 as well.
No, I kind of agree with Floow. I think it's going to honestly pop off.
I'd have to see anything about it with the new lines first before I decide that it's tier 1.
Yeah, we'll go 1.5. Last two, the main 2 archetypes that are really gonna matter, unfortunately. Alright, guys. I'm gonna do my opinion last, but we're gonna talk about Purrely.
I already know where Kareem's
1.
Yeah, I already knew.
Alex,
I think I'm probably going to have an opinion similar to Robert's, but I don't know what his is yet.
you can guess mine, Floow.
I think Purrely is going to dominate the format for like a month. People are going to figure out how to stop it, and it's going to disappear like Labyrinth did.
Labyrinth disappeared very, very fast, actually. Alright, Alex.
2.
Okay.
After the hype gets out of the way, it's going to be a hard 2.
I think it's personally going to be a 2 because I think it's not that good. It's just one tower monster.
Honestly, if you just have a Kaiju, you're solid.
You have a Kaiju and a font, like just a font, it's generic construction. You should be fine, actually.
But you draw 5 cards, so.
Yeah, you will draw 5 cards to a draw. Draw 5 cards to a Ghost Ogre.
Draw.
But, I'm gonna say 1.5 for right now. We don't have enough to like. We've seen what it can do in the OCG with Max C and everything, but we don't know what it can do over here yet, full blown. Like on a bigger scale. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right. Last one. Mannadium.
Personally, copium.
No.
No. No. Alright, what's the reasoning for the copium? Since this is our last one, and we'll cut it off after
Honestly, because like literally out of all of like the planets that we had so far, I don't think Mannadium
oh, it
is
ain't
up
the
to
best one, I'll tell you that.
perspective as the others.
It ain't the best one.
How so?
I went
I
outside.
said Mannadium is not the best one. I'll tell you that right now. Oh, planet.
Yeah, I know, because like we had tier format, and that was just crazy. Now we're in Kashtira. Scareclaw is still up there, and I think Scareclaw is like one of the best ones right now, technically, without if Kashtira doesn't get hit.
Kashtira's getting hit.
Mannadium, I just feel like it's just like it just gets stopped by just Nib plus Imperm,
Nah, they can
Nib.
put up a negate if they're running Bestials, but Alex, what's your take on this?
I'd say tier 2.
Tier 2, Kareem, what was your tier positioning?
Copium.
Copium. Low, what about you? And give me the reason why.
So I'm gonna go with 1.5 right now. I've only tested it against Chris, to be honest, and I had a positive win rate against him when he was running it. So it's hard to say what it's gonna do. It's gonna be new. It's gonna be flashy. People are gonna play it. So, by sheer numbers, I think it has a solid chance of winning some events. But I also think it stands to be seen what it can actually do.
I'm personally gonna also go with 1.5 because people have to know what the deck does still, and it's gonna be strong. I think it's gonna be really good once people figure it out over here. I think it's gonna be amazing. Like we're talking like it's not gonna be tier 1 this format or this set or whatever, but give it one more set, then yes. So I'm gonna just put it at the 1.5. Now, is there?
See, I disagree with that, the end of that statement, just because there's a very short history of of decks suddenly becoming tier 1, whereas
Usually it takes a little while lately. These new
well, no,
artifacts
it's
may
a
roll
lot of
out.
times if it's new and it doesn't immediately take off, it doesn't seem to ever really take. Can you cover your mouth?
But that being said,
But
anything y'all want to address before we cut this off?
no.
Not really, no.
No, I'm good.
All right. Well, this is our tier list video. Let's see how accurate we are. Same
Oh.
thing about the other one.
We forgot Punk.
I already talked about them. I said Punk would be tier 2, and Gold Pride would be
I
1.5.
did not hear you.
Ah, it's okay. But anyways, we're gonna cut off right here. There'll be more of these videos.
Oh, it'll be copium, but Monarchs will come back for a very, very, very short time.
All right, so we're gonna end on Monarchs coming back for Copium. Let's go.